What is going on, YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. We're going to be talking about WORKHORSE, but we're going to be taking a different avenue. I've been talking about drones for a very, very long time. I've done numerous videos talking about WORKHORSE's Horsefly and how significant it is going to be for this company. Now that all the USPS talk is behind us, we know that they got 0%, which absolutely hurts my heart. It is absolutely devastating, but it's time to start moving forward. It's time to start seeing what this company is truly about. And I'm excited to talk about the Horsefly. So if you're interested in WORKHORSE, if you're interested in drones, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Before we start talking about drones, we start talking about the Horsefly, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to get into the video. Let's go. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know a lot of you are probably not happy. I know a ton of you guys are very upset because WORKHORSE got 0%. And obviously, I completely understand. I was an investor and still am an investor like many of you are. And are enduring the major fall, the major downturn of this stock. Obviously, we are seeing how much hype, how much pump was put into this stock solely based on the USPS contract. And rightfully so, guys. I completely understand, and I'm not discrediting any of that. So I understand that you guys are upset. I truly do. But when you look at it big picture, and you really start to break this company down, yes, they do have something very, very special on their hands, and it is the Horsefly, guys. I have been covering drones for a long time. I have obtained the nickname the Drone King for a reason, and the reason is because I cover drones and I enjoy covering drones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a completely different outlook on this company, and it is going to be driven by the Horsefly. I can see this being a monster player for them, and we're going to really break this thing down and talk about it, futuristically. Obviously, they are going through the process right now, the FAA 135. That is huge. That is big time because this is a small company, guys. You got to remember, Amazon went through the 135, and other companies of that size have gone through the 135. Now, WORKHORSE obviously isn't that big. They don't have a massive amount of employees, and they are going through the process of FAA 135. This is big time. So what we're also seeing is that they have done a display with the likes of Verizon and their 5G. We've seen them do displays with their Horsefly and UPS. So there are things, guys, that we can kind of connect and do some things with the Horsefly. We know that they've done some testing. We know that they've done some actual drone flying with UPS. So there is a connection there. So we're going to break this whole thing down, and I'm beyond excited about the Horsefly from a package delivery standpoint. I want everyone to start to understand that the direction we're heading when it comes to package delivery is going to be from a drone perspective. And the reason I say that is because it is much cheaper. The cost is driven way down when you start talking about a package being delivered by a drone. So we're going to get into this thing, and I'm beyond excited. So hold on, buckle up, let's do this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you some numbers and really an outlook on this sector. When I say sector, I'm talking about drones specifically. So here we go, swinging on over here. It says the global drone package delivery market is expected to grow from $680 million in 2020 to $990 million in 2021 at a compound annual growth rate of 45.5%. The growth is mainly due to the increasing demands of contactless delivery during the pandemic and social distancing. The delivery drones market is expected to reach $4.40 billion in 2025 at a CAGR, a compound annual growth rate of 45.1%. The increasing demand for drone deliveries during the pandemic is expected to propel the growth of the drone package delivery market in the coming years. So guys, what you're seeing right there is a speed up in the process. It's not that they're going to be making shortcuts or doing things like that. It just means that they have to ramp it up, and really a lot of pressure is being put on the FAA in order to, meet the requirements and put out a playbook for these companies to really partake in. So I'm excited because I think you're going to start to see this really take shape in 2021. I mean, it's already, you got drone IDs coming out, you got companies that are pushing hard for this, so it only makes sense. It says the increasing demands of drone deliveries during the pandemic is expected to propel the growth of the drone package delivery market in the coming years. During the pandemic period, contactless distribution increased, and drones played a crucial role in ensuring the companies and clients communicate as little as needed. It says the drone package delivery market consists of sales of drone package delivery services by entities, which consist of organizations, sole traders, and partnerships that deliver packages through drones. Delivery drones are unmanned aerial vehicles, which is UAVs, capable of carrying lightweight packages. Delivery drones are functioned independently or remotely. As you guys are going to start to see, and it's even a good example with the Horsefly, is the fact that they're going to be flying autonomously. That's a big part when you're talking about drones, and the Horsefly has that, so always keep that in the back of your mind. The drone package delivery market covered in TBRC's report, which is what we're basically reading this from, is segmented by drone type into fixed wing, rotor drone, hybrid drones by range, into short and long term by package size. So there's a big perspective that they really break this down. Some of the main players that they talk about in this, it says major players covered in the global drone delivery market are Amazon, the United Parcel Service, which is UPS, guys. That is a big piece. I want to make sure I emphasize that because this is someone who has been working hand in hand with WORKHORSE and the Horsefly. Obviously, you guys saw the video that I posted when obviously Verizon, UPS, and WORKHORSE all were on display and they were functioning together and you were seeing the drone fly. It's amazing, guys. So that's a big piece. And UPS has been at drone delivery for a while now. So obviously there's a ton more companies listed here. But the biggest one that I really want to focus on is the fact that UPS is on this and they have been working a lot with WORKHORSE. So we're going to kick this thing off talking specifically about what the Horsefly is. And we're going to dive into this from a specifics standpoint. So here we go. The Horsefly UAV is a custom-built high-efficiency delivery UAV that is fully integrated with our lines of electric delivery trucks. The Horsefly system is designed to conform to the FAA guidelines for UAV operations. They're going through that process now, guys. And I saw in an interview that Steve Schrader, the CFO of WORKHORSE, said they are about 8 months away from being completed. And so that is a realistic timeline for what to expect. Guys, obviously with drones, there's a lot of things that go into this. Obviously, you have to get approval from the FAA, whether you're doing it individually from a 107 perspective or you're doing it from a business perspective in the 135. Another thing to think about too is BVLOS, beyond the visual line of sight. So these are things that this company is trying to accomplish in order to fully operate and function the drone and the truck. Once this is completed, guys, they're basically waiting on the FAA's playbook to come rolling out, which is going to allow this entire thing to function as a normalcy in day-to-day life. So keep that in the back of your mind. So continuing on, it says that being fully integrated with the delivery trucks, the system is designed such that a driver and driver's assistant can maintain line of sight operation of the UAV delivery process. Now that's another thing to think about too, is if they can maintain the delivery line of sight, then there's a chance that this might actually be something that can really start to happen here in the next 8 months. I mean, it's really something to think about, guys. So, continuing on, it says the Horsefly is a 4-rotor UAV that can fly fully autonomously. Another major piece, guys, is the autonomous aspect. Our custom-built drone is designed for safety. Again, another major piece, something you guys will always see in a drone talk is going to be safety. Efficiency and can undergo rigors of day-to-day delivery. These are things that you really want to see, especially when you start talking about the different types of weather that these things are going to encounter. And so then it talks about really kind of the specifications. So some of the things that I think are significant is the fact that it says empty weight is 22.9 pounds. Its payload weight is 10 pounds. Maximum speed is going to be 46 statute miles per hour. A battery pack is a 40,000 mAh battery pack, and its communication is LTE onboard data connection. Guys, I'm convinced that the Horsefly is going to be doing some amazing things, and they've already been doing some test projects along the way. And this is something to kind of keep in the back of your mind, that they really have had an emphasis on this Horsefly being successful. So some of the things that they have accomplished as far as projects, and you're going to see a couple ties with UPS. The first one was conducted in February 2017. This was with UPS, and this was basically to test the Horsefly delivery system on an actual UPS delivery route. And we've seen that video in my videos a couple times. I've displayed that, and they talk about how potentially it's going to save a mile per driver, and it could save UPS up to $50 million. I think that's a very, very significant piece. In December 2018, StockX delivered some shoes in the Detroit area, and that's, again, a way of showing a package delivery being conducted by the Horsefly. In June 2018, WORKHORSE was doing some testing, obviously with drones, and a Loveland, Ohio company was also testing it in a neighborhood. It's absolutely amazing to see, and so again, another testing being done. Cooper Hewitt in December of 2018, the Horsefly drone was displayed at the Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum in New York City. Absolutely amazing. Again, another display of what the Horsefly is doing. And one of the biggest ones, I think, and what is really pushing this drone sector to become an extremely relevant piece in our day-to-day lives, is going to actually be a part of this, and that was the pandemic we endured. So UPS and the CDC did a delivery for the pandemic. They were working on some things. They were collaborating together, and they were able to actually use the Horsefly in that manner. Now, I'm beyond excited about this. I think that the opportunities are endless when you're talking about drones. You're talking about package delivery. I mean, if you really truly think about it, and I've talked about this in a lot of my videos, you're talking about package delivery from a whole. So you're talking about, things like Amazon. You're talking about things like Walmart. Then you start talking about grocery delivery. Then you start talking about pharmaceuticals. You start talking about medicines. I mean, you really start expanding the mindset and what things can be delivered by drones. Then that really starts to incorporate things like Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates, and food from restaurants being delivered to you by a drone. There's tons of companies out there that are trying to accomplish this, or are actually doing it because they went out and got the Part 107 and are able to do this and conduct this. It's absolutely amazing, guys, and it's just a small step for WORKHORSE. It's something that they are trying to accomplish. It's going to be amazing, guys. Guys, this is usually my favorite part of any video, and that is chart breaking down time. But this time, it really does. It hurts because this is something that a lot of people believed was going to happen, and had a lot of faith that there was at least going to be somewhat of a percentage given to this company. Either way, we have to learn to accept that it didn't happen, and it really start to break this company down from a perspective of what are they going to be doing next. What is next for this company? And that's why I really wanted to provide this video. So let's dive into this chart. So it opened at $28.29. It got as high as $28.60. Its low was $12.50. Its volume was outrageous at 78.06 million. Market cap was 1.985 billion. 52-week high was 42.96, and its low of 52 weeks is $1.31. Average volume is 15.44 million. As you guys can see, this is a one-day chart, and it literally stayed flat for the entire day until probably about 45 minutes till close, when the announcement was made that WORKHORSE did not get any of the contract, and this thing started to plummet. It literally is a cliff, and it looks like a rock hit the ground, bounced, and is just kind of skipping along. So guys, it closed at $16.46. That is down 47.46%. It continued even more in the after hours, down an additional 8.47%, closing out the day at $15.07. Now, I expect this to continue to go down. The reason is because, yes, they got 0% of the USPS contract, and they also have quarterly earnings getting ready to come up here on March 1st, which I don't forecast or foresee them to be very, very positive. I already saw some estimates, and they're projecting it to kind of have a negative outlook. So I expect this stock to really kind of continue in the downward direction. Now, needless to say, I don't think that this is the end of WORKHORSE. I think that they do have a very bright future when it comes to package delivery. And like I said, guys, I would not have put this video together if I did not believe that the Horsefly was going to be special. I think that they are doing some amazing things with the Horsefly. Now the question is, can they start to get contracts? Can they start to do things where they are, going out and maybe packaging the truck and the Horsefly together? I mean, that's a big piece that obviously UPS is capitalizing on, so maybe that becomes a package deal down the road. Obviously, they have, backlog, and they need to fulfill that backlog. Hopefully, we hear some of that in this quarterly call that is coming up. But in order for this company to really start to kick it in gear and be successful, they're going to have to really focus and capitalize on the Horsefly, and they're really going to have to focus on filling that backlog and continue to get some partnerships. Obviously, we know they have Pritchard. Obviously, we know that Hitachi was hired for a reason. It didn't work out as we forecasted, but they went out and got a Hitachi partnership for a reason. Maybe Hitachi said, hey, let's start focusing on this drone. There's just a lot of things. There's always been rumors with the refrigeration that they are going to get a big-time contract with that. We obviously know that they still have Ryder. So there is some things kind of still going for this company, just not $42.96 worthy. So we're going to see what this is all about and how this company actually rebounds and just see what they're capable of doing. I appreciate you guys swinging by and checking out this video on WORKHORSE. I can assure you this won't be the last. This is definitely not going to be the last video I put out on the Horsefly, because I think this is going to be a significant piece. And guys, I am all about drones, and I believe in drones in the future. So I will be covering this stock again. I will be covering this, company again, and I will be covering the Horsefly again. I do want to remind you guys, I am not a financial advisor, and anything I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only. That's exactly what I'm here to do, is entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.